Everybody make sure they're muted. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 109 of the Mamapreneur Podcast. And don't you just love the claps, hand claps? I'm here for a round of applause. I told Kesha one day, I just need the sound effects to just go with me everywhere I go. So if I'm doing something, I'm walking down the street, we just press a button and, the claps, the drum roll will happen, We're pretty special here at the Mamapreneur Podcast. First things first, welcome everyone to Mamapreneur Podcast, a platform that spotlights women-owned businesses from all over the world, providing global exposure to a global audience while building community at the same time. I am your amazingly fabulous hostess with the mostest, Robin. I am so grateful to be before you tonight. 5 years of this thing, man. I'm still in awe of 5 years, and that wouldn't be possible without Kesha LaShawn, CEO, our team in the background. She's gonna give you all of the sound effects, honey. She's gonna produce like nobody's ever produced a production of productions. So thank you, baby, for 109 episodes, girl. Let's do this thing. So shouts out to my people. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. If you've been with us 108, now 109 episodes, thank you for your continuous support of the Mamapreneur brand and these guests that come on every second and fourth Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, showcasing the greatness that they are. So thank you so much for your continued support. All right, so before I go over any spiel, before I introduce any guest, I need you guys in the audience to do a few things. Why? You're just sitting there watching me right now. You might as well do something. Why not? So first things first, I need you guys to share, whether you're watching me live right now or if you're watching the replay, I need you to share the live or share the replay. All right. And if you're watching the replay, I need you to give me a hashtag replay in the chat if you're watching us via replay. Okay. So share the live, regardless of what platform you're on, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. I need you to share. You never know who this episode may be a blessing to. So sharing is caring. All right. Also, the beauty of the Mamapreneur Podcast is that people watch from all over the world, not just all over Dallas, where I'm at, or all over Maryland, or all over, Georgia, where some people are at the moment. They tune in from everywhere. I'm an analytics girl. I love it when I get to see Barbados and France and, different parts of the world that tune into this show. So I want you to let me know in the chat. If you're watching me right now or the replay, I need you to type in the chat where you're tuning in from. I would love to know that. All right. Let us know where you're tuning in from. All right. And next, this platform is all about all things networking, community, connection, collaboration. And so I want to know if you're a business owner in the audience, I need you to tag your business name, information, website, at this point, email address, whatever that is. Tell us about your business in the chat. Tag your website, like I said, social media links so we can follow you, support you. Again, you never know who needs your services, but no one will know about it if you don't talk about it. Just saying. Hey, Chris. Hey, the other Krystal with the K. We have another Krystal with K in the audience. She's amazing. Amazing fashion designer. All right. So also, if you're watching me right now on YouTube, I need you to go ahead and press that good old subscribe button. Subscribe to the Mamapreneur Podcast YouTube channel. I'm gonna go over a few announcements before I get to my first guest. So, if you are a woman-owned business, does not matter where you are in the world, you're hungry about getting your brand out there to a global audience like these ladies tonight, I am booking guest spots for October through December of 2026. This is your time. This is your sign. If you want to know more about how you can be a guest on the podcast, October through December of 2026, Kesha is going to post a calendar link. I need you to reach out to me ASAP. Spots fill up daily for this show. Very grateful for that, because I'm like, man, I remember, nobody knew about the show. Now people know about it, getting referred. I'm like, yay, come on. Come join us. We're a wild bunch here at the Mamapreneur Podcast. Not really a wild bunch, but we're fun. And it's all about community. So should be a calendar link posted. Make sure that you click that link, book some time with me. So if you want to know more how you can be on the show, I have plenty of packages that surround giving you guys that global exposure and that brand visibility that you need for your business. Okay. All right. Next, for my business owners that you need content for your brand that is going to convert your business, because there's nothing in business without conversions. And we are in a state of age of content. That's where the Mamapreneur Media Experience comes in. Whether you're here in DFW and you have events, you have a business, and you want people to see you at what you're doing so you can be that known authority in your niche, content is where it's at. I come in, you do what you do, I make it pretty. So that's that. And then also for my people that are worldwide, if you have speaking engagements, podcast appearances, all those things, and you want it packaged, and again, to be known as that authority in what you're doing, that thought leader in what you're doing, I have a package for that as well. So you don't have to be in Dallas for that. You can be anywhere in the world, and I can make it happen for you. Make your stuff convert before you make your content convert before you will even open your mouth to say anything about your brand. So we are in the stage of show me. So Mamapreneur Media Experience. You can also click that calendar link as well. If you want to know more on my services with that, holla at me. All right. Next. I started a nonprofit last year. It is called Team Robbins Divas Cancer Foundation, founded by myself, a 9-year cancer survivor. And it is an organization that is built on our core values, sisterhood, strength, and support, because we need that, especially when cancer is something that's very unknown. You don't know what's next. You don't know what's to come. That's even while you're in it and even after. And so I've built this nonprofit foundation to provide resources, education, and curated cancer care packages for women who are currently in treatment today. So we are having our first annual gala, October 17th, 2026, Plano, Texas. I'm now seeking sponsorship opportunities for business owners that want more exposure. Or if you want to come and be in the room, Kesha will post the link shortly. You are more than welcome to, go either way. And we have the options listed on the website. But come and put a smile on a diva's face. We call our ladies divas. And we get to showcase a few of survivors at this event. So I'm looking forward to spotlighting the survivors, because again, cancer is a tricky thing to deal with. I know it firsthand. So giving back to what was given to me 9 years ago. So link has been posted. I would love for you guys to come and be with us on October 17th. If you want your business to get more exposure through the event with sponsorships, we have multiple tiers. Take a look-see and see where you fit. And if you want to talk more, reach out to me directly. I'll be happy to discuss further details. All right. I have a couple of events coming up this week and next week that you guys should know about. So if you're in the DFW area, I am hosting on this coming Saturday the Mamapreneur Sip and Scale Up Brunch, honey. It's going to be here in Plano, Texas. It's going to be a little bit of everything. So we're scaling and planning for Q3 at this brunch. So not your traditional brunch, which I have them every month. Everything varies. So this brunch, this is an active working session. And then, we're going to eat because we like food, lunch, brunch, snack, dessert. There's food involved. But come and make some new connections. This room is small and intimate on purpose. So for my ladies in the DFW area, and you are serious about taking your brand to the next level, this is the time you need to be in Q3 mode, because July 1st will be here before we know it. So link has been posted on the screen. Join me. Closing registration soon for Mamapreneur Sip and Scale Up Brunch. Would love to see you in the room. All right. So next Saturday, June 6, 2026, Frisco, Texas, I am hosting the second annual Mamapreneur Wellness Experience. I had it last year, and the turnout, just people's thoughts on how much they enjoyed themselves at the wellness experience last year. Yes, we have brunch, but I do care about our temple. And so why not have something that caters towards wellness, health, self-care, pouring into ourselves, because we're always pouring into so many other things, people. Some of us are mothers. I get it. But come join us, Frisco, Texas, for a morning of self-care and pouring into yourself and walking out with some connections. I was just on Instagram Live with my facilitators, and I just said the relationships that were built from last year's event, for some of the ladies who made money from the event last year, and they have customers from that event. And so we're going to have vendors. I'm even doing a little something, honey, but you got to be in the room to know what that little something's going to be. But anything I do, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good vibe. So I am excited. So June 6, 2026, Frisco, Texas, get in the room. True connection happens when you're in the room. So even if you're an introvert, even if you don't know nobody in the room, anything about my events, you'll walk out knowing everyone. And I'll leave it at that. So see you next week. Ticket sales do close Monday. So put that out there. All right. So a segment I like to do on this show from time to time, because I'm always talking to somebody in business, some woman in business. Doesn't matter where they are in their walk with entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is a lot of things. Sometimes it can be just grand, and sometimes it can be this. And so I love it when I hear people's stories and journeys, just like what you're about to hear tonight with the three ladies that I have on, all different walks of life. But you'll see a theme for tonight that was organically done, and you'll see in a moment. So my spiel tonight, it's called Robin's 2 cents. So knew the sound effects were coming. All right. My thesis today was for Robin's 2 cents. Stop having champagne taste on beer budget in your business. Say that again for the people in the back. Stop having champagne taste on beer budget in your business. If you can't say amen, say ouch. Okay. You can't build a premium business while avoiding premium investments. 3 reasons And I'm going to take my seat as if I'm a pastor at church right now, sitting down literally. But at church, if the pastor say I'm taking my seat, they ain't quite taking their seat just yet. Just saying. All right. I know I'm special, Krystal. Overlook me. Three reasons you must invest in yourself as a business owner. I don't care, service-based, product-based business owner. Growth costs money.
Mm-hmm.
Free gets you started. YouTube University Ministry gets you started. But investment in yourself and your brand gets you results faster. Thank you, girl. I was waiting on them claps. All right. Number 2. Your business grows with you. So if you don't level up your skills, because you can never stay stagnant in what you're already doing. Hence why I host webinars, being able to pour into other entrepreneurs with their businesses. You should always be growing, learning, evolving, and investing in yourself. That sometimes comes with a cost, whatever that cost may be. So if you don't level up your skills and mindset, your business won't either. Number 3, people buy what looks professional. So when you invest in your brand, others take you seriously and they trust you a little bit more. No like and trust, guys. So as I take my seat, pun intended, if you want bigger results, you have to match your vision with investment. Bet on yourself today, sis. You'll thank yourself later. That's it. The doors of the church are open. I know I'm a little special. All right. So I have a proud moment on who I'm about to introduce. Now I'm grateful for all the ladies tonight, but I've known this lady right here, this chick right here, for a while. Long time. And I've always loved her spirit, just her personality as a whole. She's very special because she shares my grandmother's birthday. So right off the bat, I was like, she gonna be real cool. Okay. Her name is Krystal Brown. She is the founder and creator of Journey to Freedom Wellness Coaching, a transformational coaching community dedicated to helping individuals heal from past pain, overcome life's challenges, and rediscover their inner strength. With a heart for encouragement and personal growth, Krystal empowers others to break free from emotional barriers, embrace healing, and step confidently into a more vibrant, just like her, and fulfilling life. Ladies and gents, from the front to the back, give it up, Krystal Brown.
Oh my goodness, Robin. Hello, beautiful. Come on, girl. I didn't realize I shared the same birthday as your grandmama.
Yes.
I love that. Oh, that's special.
No longer with us, but I'm like, when I realized your birthday, I think Nicole had told me your birthday, and I was like, I know why I like her.
Look, we had a connection from the jump, so I already know. Oh wow, well, I'm honored. I cannot wait to be, again, able to share some things today. But I'm so thankful to be on here with you because I too am very proud of you, Robin. You've done phenomenal. 5 years. Come on, girl. Wonderful job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I laugh every time. I'm like, you still doing this?
Right, you're like, wait. 5 years?
Yeah, okay, I guess we'll keep this train going. Huh? Yeah, but I'm very grateful to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Some people that come on, they're pros and they don't need me much, coaching from me to do the show. Then there's others, they're like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me know what I need to do beforehand. Prep me ahead of time. And so your personality, I'm not too worried about you and your personality. So I am grateful for you. And even to be thought of you saying, hey, Robin, I like what you're doing. I would love to kind of put myself kind of out there. And I'm like, yeah.
I mean,
you don't tell your hopes and dreams to, because I'm gonna be like, hey, got something for you.
Look, I had my eyes on you for a while though, and I was like, let me find out. Look at her doing her thing. And for me, it's all about support. And I do believe that when you support people, it matters. And beyond, the fact that it's a podcast, right? You are out here shaping the community and bringing forth, so many things for women out here that are entrepreneurs, that are working out here trying to make a difference in the world. So I couldn't help but just say, I gotta come on there and support you. And in turn, thank you for the opportunities. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I know I gave my brief description, bio.
You did.
Brought you out a little something.
I appreciate
I want you, first off, before I go, this will be the question of the night. So guys, you'll see a trend with industry-wise with everyone here tonight. So my first question for you, how did you practice self-care this week? Every guest will get that question tonight.
Hold on. So you asked me, how do I practice self-care?
How did you practice self-care this week? What type of self-care did you practice this week?
This week, I actually was in Dallas. A part of my self-care was taking PTO. I mean, I had to take some time for me, and I don't often do that. Most of the folks that are on who are watching, they know I work sometimes my fingers to the knuckles and all of those things. But I promised myself in 2026, I would do better at aligning my PTO to match a 3-day weekend. And when I saw Memorial Day was on the way, I said, Krystal, take some time. And not only did I take the 3-day, right, I added a Tuesday to it. And it was because I really wanted to make sure I got the rest and restoration that I needed. And so for me, self-care is top tier for me. I need to have a moment where I break away from my environment, from my everyday routine, so I can kind of get a new perspective, right? And then come back recharged. So that was my self-care this week.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Hop on a plane. Amen.
Hey.
Get out of here. Hop on a plane. I'm here for it.
That part.
So I know you personally, but I want you to tell everyone, how did you get to the journey that you're at now with the business, saying, hey, okay, I want to start this business?
Yeah. So again, it's funny when you kind of run from a gift. I've been running for a long time, Robin. And so much so that I left Dallas and ran to a different city. Came to Atlanta.
Who told you to do that? No, I'm playing. Go ahead.
Listen. So came to Atlanta and I literally was like, yeah, I'm gonna just coast. I'm cool. I'm chill. I'm just gonna, but man, I was inspired by all of the entrepreneurs I kept running into, back to back. And it wasn't like, scamming stuff. It was like people are really out here doing it. They have a vision and they execute. Right. So I really kind of was trying to steer clear of doing any of those things. I do have an opportunity, to sometimes run. It's easier for me to be like, I'm gonna skirt out of this. But I kept running into, actually, I'm gonna shout this whole group out there on here right now, my House of Brand community. If it were not for that group right there, that community has been a big part. Yeah, I got to shout y'all out. Y'all know y'all in here, put some emojis in there somewhere. But a lot of it was one of my strategists, actually Rob Brinson's on here as well. He saw something in me. He said, look, I think you have something to give, but I feel like you're just trying to figure out how to get it out there. Yeah. And little did he know, this was like, I'd say 12 years in the making. He had no clue that Journey to Freedom had already been on my radar since I, lived in Dallas. I was on a podcast, girl. I was on blogging and all these things, but I never took it to the next level. So with the support of a community and other entrepreneurs that were, in my silo with me, doing this with me, I took the plunge. And Robin, I opened and launched Journey to Freedom in July of 2025. And again, it was a scary moment. I've never gotten an LLC ever in my life. Like I never knew how to do any of these things, but it took me to take a risk. And I believed in myself enough to know that what I have in me needs to be given to people that need it, right? I realized what I'm offering to women out there is a chance to love themselves back to life, because I had to do that for myself personally. So because I've been through it myself, I said, why not make this something where I can actually pour back into someone else instead of me just being like, hey, here's my blog, read this, or here's my, just me talking about what I'm going through. I'm like, no, I got to give this out. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's how this launching of my business started, was me just taking a risk on what I knew would help someone. I want to help people just break up what was breaking them.
Awesome. So, do you have a specific target audience? And I'm
Yeah.
asking that question
Yeah.
because you never know who's watching right now,
Yeah.
watch the replay later.
Absolutely. Well, look, first of all, I know there's some folks on here that's been through a bad breakup at least once, maybe twice. I hope not more than twice, but this is for not only demographic of age, anyone between the age of 30 to 40, that kind of range, but women that have literally suffered through a heartbreak that literally took them out. And I know that sounds like really harsh, but
Yeah.
I've gone through it myself personally, where you literally lose yourself. Your mindset shifts, when it comes down to it, your physical health takes a toll, and then self-care goes out the window. So
Yep.
those three entities is what Journey to Freedom is here to help refurbish for these women. So women that are literally at a point where they're like, I'm just tired of feeling not myself, all because of what I've been through in a breakup. Right.
Absolutely.
So those are the things that's kind of the origin of this, but that's the women I'm speaking to. And these are women that are ready to make a change. These are women that are tired of sitting on the sidelines and they're like, I need to get back into life. I need to
Right.
love myself back to life. Because here's the thing, when you do love yourself, guess what happens? You're able to love others in a healthy way. You're able to receive love in a healthy way. And it just makes the experience of life way better for everyone around you, right? So that is why I push this so hard.
So, what does freedom mean to you beyond just the name of your business?
Oh my goodness. Oh, Robin, you said I'm gonna hit you with the good one. My goodness. What does freedom, girl? Give it to me one more time. I want to make sure I heard you right.
What does freedom mean to you
Okay.
beyond the name, just the name of your brand?
You know, freedom to me is peace of mind.
Nothing like it.
Man, it is so relieving when you have peace of mind. And it takes work to get there, right? But it's achievable. Nelson Mandela always said, it always seems impossible until it's done, right?
Yep.
But to get to that peace of mind, you do have to have, the skill set and the help to get you through that, because not everybody can reach it on their own, right?
Right.
But freedom to me is clearly peace of mind. It's nothing like it. I mean, it inspires joy. When you have peace of mind, you kind of let things roll off your shoulder a little different. And
Yeah.
maybe it just come with age for me, but I like it here. Okay. So having that freedom and not being bonded to things that are chaining you and keeping you in a stuck place, that's what freedom means to me.
So that leads to my nice segue to my next question.
You're welcome.
Must have just, knew
I'm with you,
Robin
girl.
was going to say something about stuck. Okay.
Okay.
So why, in your opinion, do you think so many people stay stuck in their pain instead of moving, being able to move forward or turning that pain into purpose? Because you talk about who you're serving and
Yeah.
the transitions that they are dealing with, so breakup, etc.
Right.
Why do you feel that people stay in that? Because I've talked to some people and you can tell, hey, they've gone through A through Z and they're able to push through and do whatever that it is God is calling them to do, and they're pushing toward, pushing forward. Then there's others, I feel like they're stuck in it and they haven't gotten over the hump, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I got you. So I'll say this: it's almost easier to stay in the chaos. I know that sounds crazy,
Hmm.
but when you're used to chaos or complication or things just never going right, it's
Mhm.
it's just almost odd to fly straight. It's like, oh, like, because I had to get used to it myself. Once I got out of some, tough, habits and dealing with toxicity and relationships and things of that nature, it was almost weird to meet people that were kind, because you're almost so used to the chaos. So I think what's hard for people, why they stay stuck in their pain, is there's comfort there, even when it's uncomfortable. It's almost like, I don't know if you've ever watched the show Hoarders, right? But there is a
Mhm.
science to that. They don't see the chaos as an issue because they're just used to it. So this is why you have to almost get introduced to a new way of experiencing that unstuck feeling. And it takes a minute to get out of it. But once you do, Robin, you just don't go back. It is very hard to go back to it, but it takes some time. So, yeah, I feel like people do struggle with staying stuck in their pain because they don't realize it, but they've grown accustomed to it and they're used to it. And they don't know, they don't realize, or they don't believe that it can get better. So that's where the mind shifting comes in. You got to almost believe that it's possible. There are plenty of people out here that can live a life that's fulfilling, but you have to first believe that. It starts here.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Something you've learned about yourself
Ooh,
in this entrepreneurial journey. You're going on a year.
ooh. Mm. Robin, I'm learning that even when I'm scared, I still push through.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, Robin, I didn't know that I had that in me. I mean, I sometimes see it, but actually executing and staying consistent with it, that is what's shocking me right now in a great way. It's not a shock in a bad way. It's like, okay, Krystal, I see you. And I'm almost hugging the Krystal from, 15 years ago, who
Do
just
you?
knew she had a dream and a vision of some sort, but didn't know what it was. Yes, my background is theater and film. Yes, I dreamed of being on Broadway and all these things, right?
Yeah,
But who knew I had to suffer some heartbreak to get to the Krystal I am right now, to be able to bring, people out of that to live a fulfilling life. So for me, it's just I'm learning now. Um, my risk taking is out of this world, and I can't wait to see what Krystal is going to do throughout the rest of 2026 and going forward, because it takes that much, stride to keep going. So that's what I'm learning right now in my entrepreneurship. Even when I'm not sure of everything.
yeah,
Oh
and you're
my
not going
goodness,
to be. Yeah,
girl, I'm like, there are things I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know. And I mean, it's been so many I don't know moments. But there are people on this call that have experienced me taking my shot, and
yeah,
they've been there with me every step of the way. Whether it was someone who took one of my coaching calls and literally actually did the program all the way through. And I mean, I'm shouting her out. She knows who she is. I'm so proud of her. Or it could have been just my family and friends that are literally watching me building websites and getting on these calls and just getting in there. And then of course my community, my house brand folks who have just they literally root for you everywhere you go. So I'm just realizing um I'm a risk taker. And every step of the way of it, I'm thankful I put it out there and I get the support that I need and I get the support right back. So that's what I'm learning about
I
myself.
believe it. That I believe.
Yes, ma'am. You know it.
So, what's next for Journey to Freedom?
Ooh, I thought you'd never ask. So here's what's coming up, and here's what to look out for. We have a couple of wellness challenges that are going to come up throughout the year. I did one back in November. It was such a great detox. We did a 21-day detox. I had a personal trainer on there with us. Shout out to Ebony Fit 404. I see you. And we all kind of gathered together. I gathered some women together to take a 21-day detox. So
Okay.
we're going to be doing that. I'm going to run that back. Okay. And that's coming up in July. July to get fly kind of challenge. So we're going to make sure everyone's getting their mindset together as they go into quarter three. And again, even if people aren't business, or entrepreneur like,
Just want to be a
people,
part. Yeah.
everyone needs something to look forward to get themselves ready for the fall, right? Because I know that mentally, the fall kind of gets hard for people as we get into the holiday season. I'd like to catch it before we get there. So
Amen.
that's coming up. I'll be definitely putting that out there on my Instagram, KBrown818. You'll see that. It'll also be posted on my website, journeytofreedomwellness.com. So you'll be seeing a lot of promotion for that coming up. But that's coming up in July. It'll be a 21-day detox again, but it'll include self-care routines, affirmation, and we may even, get some fitness in there as well for those who really want to just get themselves back. Okay, so it's never too late to do that. Love yourself back to
Yeah.
life. So that's what we're going to be doing in July. And then to come 2027, I hope to have some more speaking engagements. Definitely looking forward to having a wellness, convention or even a workshop for those who want to come and experience me in person. That'll be sometime, hopefully
Mhm.
toward the end of the year. A workshop. I am in Atlanta, but hey, it ain't much to get a flight, y'all. Y'all can come on
Yeah.
down. Come
Yeah.
on down. So yeah, I
Yeah.
got a lot of great things that are coming, and so I'm excited for that. But I'm also just continuing to grow, and definitely, if you know anybody that is out there that is hurting and they're just too afraid, to say so, always just pass them my Instagram, pass them my website. I'd be glad to reach out to anybody who's ready to break free.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
first off, thank you so much for being here with us tonight, dropping all the gems, honey.
Yes.
I hope y'all picked up what she put down because she dropped them just little gem, little by little. So I hope y'all caught all of that. And so she is accepting new clients.
Yes. Yes.
Um, so if you know someone that may need her services, please reach out. If you need it yourself,
Yeah.
please reach out.
Don't be
Um,
shy now. It's
and
okay.
they don't have to be in Atlanta, right? They could be anywhere.
No, so that's the cool part about my coaching calls. Those are international, so you can be in France, call me,
Okay.
right? But
So I want to make sure.
even in the US, yeah, for sure. Yep.
Okay. That's what I want to make sure for anyone that may be watching. Um they may love something you said tonight. I'm pretty sure they did.
Yes.
And they may
And
want to
look,
connect with you as well. So
Robin, I will add, because I do have a lot of great connections on the men's side too. I will shout out my men supporters and mentors. One day, yes, Journey to Freedom will branch out to the male sector. Don't worry, I
okay.
got y'all. I'm gonna take care of my dudes because I have a lot of friends that, again, go through things too. So y'all not left out. But right now it is my women and helping them break free.
Absolutely. Well, I
Yeah.
am stinking proud of you.
Thank you, Robin.
Congratulations on just saying yes.
Hey,
It's always God puts things in us, and anytime we run from it, He will continue to put people in communities and
yeah,
all the things in your path and be like, hey, I need you to go do that. That was me with the nonprofit, Krystal.
yes.
And
I'm
from it.
so thankful you're doing that. Oh, too many people I know going through those journeys right now. So that's so beautiful that you're doing that.
Thank you. But I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Continue success. Whatever you need, boo, I got you. So
Yes,
we gonna
ma'am.
talk.
Oh,
I
yeah.
may be putting you to work for the third annual Mamapreneur Wellness Experience. So
Listen,
don't be surprised. And
let's
I'm a
go.
woman of my word, so don't be surprised I call your name for next year. Just
Listen, let me know. I'm here for it. Just give me a mic. I'm ready to go. I'm with you. Yes,
absolutely.
ma'am.
More to come, and I'll be talking to you after this chat.
Yes, sounds good. We'll be talking for sure. Thank you so much
Absolutely,
again for having me.
absolutely. Now go to bed. All right, good night.
Good night.
Y'all give Krystal some claps in the chat. Give her some claps in the chat. She did that. All right. So we got from one end of Georgia to the next. Her name is Tradena Rayner, and she is the founder of Real Talk Nutrition and Bariatric and GLP-1 support by Real Talk Nutrition. She is a registered dietitian nutritionist, developmental psychologist, life coach, and an author of Real Talk Living in Your New Body. She helps people navigate major body changes like weight loss, bariatric surgery, and GLP-1 use by combining nutrition science, psychology, and real life habits that actually last. Her approach is simple: no fads, no guilt, no shame, just real sustainable change. As a mamapreneur, she brings a grounded real world perspective to helping people rebuild trust with their bodies and feel at home in them again. Ladies and gents and ladies, West Coast by way of East Coast, Tradena Rayner. You can unmute, boo.
Hey everyone. Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome. I am just so excited that you are here with us tonight. And if anybody hasn't picked up, we're talking about wellness today. Everybody associated today is in a wellness space in some shape, form, capacity. And so Deanna, honey, is going to be talking about some things I think is just, number one, GLP-1 is very popping. I like to say GLP-1 is a, what do you call it? Buzzword, even though it's something,
Yes.
but I feel like
Yeah.
it's a buzzword right now. That's just
Yeah.
my opinion.
It's
But
everywhere.
so before I get to you and talk about all the fun you're having, how did you practice self-care this week?
Well, I practice self-care this week by setting boundaries. And setting boundaries, that's something that I have struggled with my entire life. So this is probably going to be an ongoing thing, but just simply saying no when I mean no, instead of, saying yes anyway. Oh, but I'll do it anyway, even though I don't feel like it, or it's against my best interest. So that's what I did this week. Set my boundaries, and I'm proud of it.
I love that. Nothing like a good boundary.
Yes, ma'am. All about boundaries.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, Talk about, I know you're Jackie of all trades, a term I use on the show. You do quite a bit like myself. I love it. Talk about the journey into entrepreneurship, because you're doing, already been in the nutritionist space.
Yes.
And then the list goes on. But how did you get to the space that you're at today as far in your business?
Well, Robin, unfortunately, it's not really a glamorous story as to how I got to entrepreneurship, but I'm going to go ahead and spill the tea. So what happened? Okay, so here's the thing. The field of dietetics and nutrition, there aren't many people of color to begin with. It's
I
it's a
agree.
Caucasian dominated female profession, and that's fine. And so, unfortunately, I faced a lot of discrimination and a lot of challenges and stuff like that.
Mm,
Especially, so as a dietitian, we don't really, when you're working for other people, especially in the hospital setting, you don't really make a good salary. And so when you put that on top of, Black woman, dietetics pays low, and then because I'm a Black woman, I'm probably gonna be paid even lower, and then I have to deal with all these other things on top of that. I said, you know what? The last straw was when I had to actually file a formal complaint, discriminatory complaint in the
yeah.
hospital. Hmm. And so I said, you know what? Forget it. I'll figure it out. I've been wanting to branch out into my own private practice for a long time. I dabbled and dabbled in it, but I never 100% took it seriously. But I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know who to talk to. You don't know where to, who to trust. But it was like, for me, I'm spiritual as well. It just seemed like God started revealing things to me and the right people and the right resources. And so that's how I got started.
All right. Hey, your journey, your story is your story. And that's,
Yes, ma'am.
entrepreneur. And you know what? That can be a great testament to someone who is considering entrepreneurship right now. That is may
Yes,
not all be, all peaches and cream.
right.
Um, Talk about the focus specifically being on bariatric, GLP-1. And then I got some questions on the GLP-1 stuff because someone had already sent me some questions. I was like, oh, okay, you're so proactive. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So, see what had happened was I wasn't even trying to like specialize in the area at all. And really for the longest time first of all, I didn't want to do weight loss. Like I dreaded it. I was like, no, because the thing about weight loss, if a person doesn't get the results that they want, then sometimes they can blame the person that's coaching them or giving them the guidance, even though they probably didn't follow what they were supposed to follow to begin with.
Right.
I'm just saying. But so I didn't want to do weight loss. But it just kind of I kept getting them. But they weren't coming to me for weight loss first, they were coming to me because they had this other health condition like diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, whatever. And, I want to get off my medication. I want to reverse this thing. And then they happened to, but a part of that was they needed to lose weight, right? So anyway, that combined with, so some people, in order to do that, to lose the weight, they their doctors prescribed them GLP-1 medications, or they went and got weight loss surgery, the bariatric surgery. And so I started supporting people who did that. But then also on the other side, I started getting people who have had bariatric surgery or started GLP-1 medications and didn't have any type of guidance. Doctors will prescribe the medication and they had no one to talk to about their eating habits, the exercise, any other lifestyle change that they needed to make. And the bariatric, people who have had weight loss surgery, so they get their surgery right and they have a dietitian, but after the first year, they're like left on their own, to fend for themselves. And so that is frightening. And so that's what made me decide, like literally. So I've been a dietitian for about 15 years, right? And I have helped people with weight loss for quite some time, but this was in the last year where I saw the need for people who have had bariatric surgery, who have started weight loss medications, weight loss medications in general, not just the GLP-1s, but they also have the oral medications as well. Just trying to fulfill that need and be there for them and support them so that they don't have to take the medication forever, so that they don't have to get a revision surgery or gain all the weight back that they lost. So that's how it all started.
Talk about what GLP-1 is for the person who may be watching right now and they're like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So a GLP-1 is it's a peptide, and it's actually a natural hormone in the body. A lot of people think that it's like some type of fake chemical. It's actually, we make that in our body, but some of us may not be the best at making it, or we have some other genetic thing going on, some metabolic thing. And so we need a little help. And quite frankly, the GLP-1 medication, the GLP-1 medication, it does more than just weight loss. It's been a diabetes medication for a long time, like Ozempic, that's been around for a long time, the generic form of that for quite some time, not just for weight loss. And so you can take it also for inflammation. There's anti-inflammatory benefits as well. I can't say reverse diabetes, but it helps control or manage diabetes a lot more. Me, for instance, I'll use myself as an example because I'm on a GLP-1 medication. And so I started it about 1.5 years ago. Now, before I started that, I had fatty liver disease, I had obstructive sleep apnea, high blood pressure, pre-diabetes, high cholesterol. I had all those things. And I also have knee and ankle issues. But anyway, so what happened was when I turned 40, I hit perimenopause. It was kind of a surgically induced one. And so anyway, all those things struck me at once, because my estrogen dropped. It plummeted. It was bad. So anyway, I started hormone replacement therapy, got that going. And I started really managing my food intake. Quite frankly, I was very embarrassed that I was going through all those medical conditions, because I'm a dietitian. I'm supposed to know better, right? How did I let that happen? But anyway, I started paying more attention to how I was eating, making sure I was tracking my macros and exercising more. I didn't do any crazy strenuous things. I walked a lot because I know that I'm not a gym person. I really am not. So anyway, fast forward, I got my labs down, it was down. But the thing is that I still couldn't seem to shake the weight, but that was probably mostly because of the perimenopause component. And so that's where the GLP-1 came in at, the weight and the inflammation, because there's labs that you can take that will show if you have inflammation in your body as well, even if you can't see it externally. So anyway, fast forward now, I don't have any of those things anymore.
Congratulations. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
you're helping somebody today. You know that, right?
I hope so. That's the goal.
Biggest myth that you hear when it comes to GLP-1 in bariatric? What is like a biggest myth? You're like, I need them to stop saying that kind of
I
deal.
got a good one for that. That's a great question. Thank you. Yeah. So the biggest myth is that, oh, I had the surgery. I'm taking the injection. I don't have to do anything, right? I don't have to exercise. I don't have to eat healthy. This is doing everything for me. I'll lose the weight anyway. Biggest, fattest lie ever. You can actually make your situation even worse.
She gave sound effects.
Because people, they're desperate. They want to get the weight off. They want it off fast.
Yeah.
And that's another myth, thinking that the faster you lose the weight, the better it is. People get impatient with the weight loss thing, and you don't want to lose weight so quickly because you can also lose muscle mass and have muscle wasting and all that good stuff. So anyway, what I would say about that myth is that I'm in so many like GLP-1 and bariatric groups, and I'm constantly like having to bite my tongue or say things when I'm allowed. Hey, this isn't so, you got to work towards it. Well, what's the point of the medication or the surgery if I have to work towards it? People will literally say that and get real nasty. Hey, I mean, you got to work in this life. You got to work for what you need and for your health. I'm sorry. Some of us are just, born that way. I'm one. Both of my parents were obese, but so it's in my genes. This is something that I'm going to have to fight the rest of my life, but I had to make peace with it. And I made changes in a way that's not like I'm not having to work too hard. I'm used to everything now. It's a part of my lifestyle. And that's what I try to teach people to do. Do things in a way, do your physical activity, your eating habits, your self-care, all those things in a way, build it into your life, weave it into your life so it is not such a big deal. It's normal, it's natural.
That's really good. Tell everyone how they can follow you so they can get more of these gems. Again, the ladies are dropping gems tonight. I hope y'all are picking it up, what they are putting down. So let everyone know how they can follow you and get in touch with you to learn more about your services.
Yes, ma'am. So people can follow me on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel called The Real Talk Nutritionist. Well, actually, it's bariatric and GLP-1 support by Real Talk Nutrition, but the website will say Real Talk Nutritionist. And you can also, I have a blog on my website, realtalknutrition.com. I have a Facebook page. I have an Instagram. Just look up Real Talk Nutrition. I'm sure I'll pop up somewhere. My mug will pop up somewhere.
Well, I am so grateful that you stopped by to be with us tonight and teaching us some things, girl. Hey,
yes,
I'm just saying, just because people hear GLP-1 and think, oh, that's, the weight is going to just fall off quickly. You said it. I don't have to do anything. And then I know some people that will think, oh, well, I could just do a short term and then get off of it. And then all that weight come right back,
And some.
Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely. So thank you for what you're doing. Continue to be that advocate, because you touched on it a minute ago. It's not a lot of women of color in your space. You don't really hear women of color, especially in the weight loss space. So continue to do great things. And I look forward to connecting with you again, Deanna. Thank you so much
for having me, Robin. Thank you, audience. Have a good night.
Y'all give Deanna some claps in the chats. She was amazing. All right. To close us out, I'm probably going to mess her last name up, and she can talk about me when she comes up. Deanna Scaldaferri, I hope I said it right, is a licensed massage and bodywork therapist. Oh God, I probably messed that all the way up. Holy Fire Reiki Master Intuitive Life Coach. Say that 5 times. And a speaker who specializes in mind, body, spirit healing. She helps people release stress, emotional heaviness, and trauma so they can reconnect with balance, clarity, and inner peace. As a survivor of narcissistic abuse, Deanna brings both professional training and lived experience to her work. She also facilitates a narcissist abuse recovery support group in Charlotte, creating a safe space for healing, education, and empowerment for survivors. Ladies and gents and ladies, Deanna Scaldaferri. I hope I said it right.
Yes, you did. Hi, Robin. Thank you.
I
Got
did
it. You got
too.
it.
I was like, I will mess a name.
It 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 is a mouthful. So I kudos to you for sure. It's not an easy one. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having me. Thank you so much.
Of course, Deanna. I'm gonna ask the same question I asked everyone else.
Okay.
How did you practice self-care this week?
Yes, great question. I like to dub myself, and many have dubbed me the self care queen, which I do love because I recognize that I, in general, have to take really good care of myself to be able to help people in the work that I do. But this week specifically, I have twin boys, and it was their 18th birthday. And we had a lot of family and friends in, and I took time off from work to just spend as much time with them and just be present and celebrate. And it's celebration for them being official adults, but it's celebration for me too as a single mom, that we made it here. And
You did your job.
yes, exactly, exactly. So my self-care this week was really just being present with my children and enjoying all the family time because that fuels me. That
Yeah,
really it really does. Yeah.
absolutely. So I don't have a fedora on. Normally I have a hat. You wear many hats,
Yeah.
literally. Talk about all the things. How did we get here? Massage, bodywork therapist, Reiki master, life coach, speaker.
Yeah.
How did
Yeah.
we get here?
Yeah, it's a great question, Robin. Sometimes in my own journey, I look back and I think I ask myself the same question. I don't even know how I got here, but really the highlights would be my own personal journey, really with dealing with a lot of trauma, grief, narcissistic abuse, all of things that were happening in my personal world. I had no idea when I was going through those things that they
Yeah.
would actually line up professionally to be able to, turn my pain into purpose and help other people. So it's almost just as surprising to me. So yeah, it started with massage, which was a huge leap of faith, similar to Krystal, just like, okay, I'm being nudged, and I'm finally going to take that leap. Started in massage, which then evolved into Reiki energy healing, which again, I had no clue even what that was or why I was even pushed in that direction. Once I learned Reiki and became a Reiki master, it absolutely changed my life personally and professionally in the tools and the skills that I had to be able to help other people. And I can speak more on that, but as far as releasing trauma from the physical body.
Mhm.
And then from there, really, the coaching piece turned into, again, from my own personal experience, I left a very, very abusive, emotionally, mentally, psychologically abusive relationship. And I was looking for support, and I didn't find any. I couldn't find something. I have family and friends that were help, of course, but they
Right.
didn't understand the complexity and the really the layers and the subtleties of the dysfunction and the abuse. So I told myself that when I was in a better place and more healed in my own journey, that I was going to start some sort of support group for people in this space, because sadly, Robin, there's a very big need for it. And I really can
Oh,
almost
yeah.
guarantee, yeah, I can almost guarantee that anyone has dealt or is dealing with a narcissist in some fashion, whether that's a romantic relationship, a boyfriend, girlfriend, but it can also be a family member. It can be a boss, a coworker, a sibling, a teacher, a coach, anyone. And in the world we live in, and sadly, it's getting even worse. So I recognize that, okay, I know I did the work to get to the other side and the recovery and healing of that. And it was not easy. It was a whole mind, body, spirit approach to my healing. But I knew, thank you, thank you, Krystal. Yes, we're all in this together. I knew that exactly. I wanted to help other people. And that's the thing, Robin. It comes from a very deep place in my heart, from my own personal experience, to
Yeah.
want to help men and women, predominantly women, but there are men out there who are also suffering from this kind of abuse. And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I just want to help them, and I want to help people. Thank you. Thank you. I want to help people wherever they are in their journey. Some people are just figuring out and recognizing that they're in a narcissistic relationship and realizing there's some red flags, like this is not healthy, this is not okay. some people are trying to figure their way out safely of those relationships, which can, like my own situation, get very scary and very dangerous. And I'm not over dramatic and dramatizing the situation. It can be very, very scary in leaving. And that's why, speaking to your earlier point about, sometimes people stay in the misery because they're fearful. They're fearful of what could happen on, in leaving that. It's at least the misery is predictable, right? But what would happen if they leave? So helping people leave safely. And then I say it's almost like a three-prong approach. Then it's the healing and recovery of that. Because any type of abuse doesn't happen overnight. It happens subtly over years and years and years. So you can't expect the healing or the recovery to be overnight. I wish it could be. We all do. But it's typically a journey. It's a process. And Robin, I'm a silver lining kind of gal. And I try to, no matter how dark someone's situation is, and I get a lot of really intense situations that come to me with clients, whether it's looking for body work or the energetic work or the coaching. But what I always say is that the silver lining in healing from these kinds of relationships is that it really is a journey of rediscovery of self. Because basically, yeah, that deserves a clap. That's for sure.
Like, you can clap now.
Yes, that absolutely does. Because it's a rediscovering of who you are inside. I believe that we all have a light inside of us, Robin, and we are meant to share that light with the world, whatever your gifts are, whatever your natural talents are. And when you've been in a relationship that literally has beat you down and beat your confidence and your self-esteem and even questioning your own reality, your own sanity, well, then you're not able to shine your light in this world. And I am living proof of that. I felt so broken. So my light was so dim that I felt as though it was almost going to be completely out and extinguished. And I knew that if I didn't leave, that would happen. So I find it so interesting. And this is what I speak to. I also think that I'm a beacon of hope to people because I've lived it and I got to the other side. And if I can do it, you can do it. But what I've said over the years of recovery, and it's about 7 years now, is that my light just continues to get brighter and brighter and brighter. It was so dim, but now with every empowered step that I take and every, the healing and the releasing of the trauma and the limited beliefs and the managing emotions and all of these different things, it's like I'm finally able to be the Deanna I was meant to be on this earth. And that's beautiful. That's
And
really
you're helping
beautiful.
others in the process. So
Yes.
you've gone through your person, like you said, turning that pain into purpose and being able to
Yes.
be of
Yes.
service to others that are going through it. And something you touched on a minute ago, a lot of times when we hear the word abuse, we immediately go physical, and
Yes.
you've gone through it all, emotionally, verbally, all those things. So there's
Yes.
more than just the physical piece of it,
Yes.
as well. So I was like to shed light on that because you would hear, oh, this person was abusing me, and people automatically will assume, oh, did they put their hands on you? Like, no. But
Right.
ABS happened, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
A lot of times it's verbal.
Well, to be honest, Robin, that's a great point to really speak on is that, narcissistic abuse encompasses many layers of abuse, and it can be physical for sure.
Right, right.
But it's most likely emotional, psychological, mental. And it can also be, again, every situation is different, but can also be sexual. It can be financial. It can be legal. It can be medical. They will use any forum to abuse you and hurt you. And the thing is, and I speak to this a lot too in my work, when someone puts their hands on you, you know it's wrong. You know it's not okay, right? And I'm not belittling, like those situations are awful, but you
Right.
you have the physical mark, you know it's not right. The problem with narcissistic abuse is it's unseen, right? It's under the surface. It's much harder to recognize the signs.
Layers and layers of things have happened
Yes.
leading
Yes.
up to being like, okay,
Yes.
this is really happening.
Exactly.
Like
And
that, as if you're the crazy one.
yes, and Yeah, that's actually what happens with the gaslighting and the triangulation. The narcissist really does make you believe that you're crazy and that the problem is you. And I
Wow.
get that a lot in the support group that I run, that people think, it's me, I'm the problem. And if I just do this better, and if I just do more for this, and if I just do this, but it's not, you're made to believe that. And then
Yep.
you get stuck in this trauma bonding and this cycle, and it's really hard to get out of it. And so again, when I say mind, body, spirit approach, it's because I'm a huge believer. One of my favorite books is The Body Keeps the Score, because it's the truth. It's
Yeah.
our bodies hold, our tissues, our muscles hold emotions and repressed hurts and wounds and things like that. So you're healing the body, you're healing the nervous system, big time regulating the nervous system in
Yeah,
dealing, if you're constantly on edge and constantly walking on eggshells around a narcissist, well, that wreaks havoc on your nervous system. I could go layers in there, the immune system, your hormones, adrenals, all of those things. So you're healing the physical body. Then you're healing the emotional state. Ending a narcissistic relationship is way more than just a broken heart. There are layers there that go so deep, that betrayal, almost like this questioning of humanity, because if you see such cruelty of what you've been the recipient of, that you can't even fathom that a human could do that. So there's a lot deeper layers than just, oh, the relationship didn't work out and I'm grieving a broken heart. And then you have the mental piece, the neuroplasticity of the brain, rewiring the brain. You were trained over however many years to, when X happens, you react with Y. Well, now you're retraining into, a healthier lifestyle. And honestly, I speak to that a lot as far as my children, because it wasn't just about my healing. I was helping my children in their healing.
That's
Exactly.
good. Let everyone know how you can be followed so they can learn more about you in Healing
Yes.
Hands by Deanna, because you guys need to learn more about what she has going. And if
Yes.
you're in Charlotte, she has a support group. So go ahead and let everybody know really quick how you
Yes.
can be followed.
Yes. Best way to find me is my website, www.healinghandsbydeanna.com. All of my services are on there. If you're local to Charlotte, I can help you with massage. But if you're anywhere in the country, in the world, I can help you virtually with Reiki energy healing and intuitive coaching as well. The Narcissistic Abuse Support Group is virtual as well. That information's on my website too. So anyone can join. And I'm just happy to help. Please reach out to me. Anyone in this space, I would love to help for sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Deanna, so much
Thank
for being
you.
here. Thank you, audience, so much for being here for episode 109 of the Mamapreneur Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed each and every speaker, and I look forward to seeing you guys in 2 weeks. Have a blessed evening. Take care.
Thank you.